Last year, January 2019, as the year started, I did two articles. One article was titled The Two Superpowers of the World. And what that article was relating to is there's two superpowers. One is God, one is Lucifer. And it basically showed where God have his team and Lucifer have his team. But the facts were that Lucifer had more followers, so Lucifer was in the lead because Lucifer is a superpower and God is also a superpower because they both possess supernatural powers. And the reason why Lucifer was in the lead was because God warned us in the Bible that the love of money is the root to all evil, and Lucifer made mankind worship money as a god. Our world is dictated by money, and what we do know is that humans need oxygen to survive, oxygen that came from the plants, but money, which is artificial, was an artificial oxygen that Lucifer introduced to the human race that became the human's second source of oxygen. You cannot survive without money, and you cannot survive without oxygen from plants. And if you look at how the world is, God said, I made you from dust. So if we're made from dust and we're made into God's image, dust is from the ground, so dust is God's image, so God must be the earth. Because if the earth turns into 100% dust, plants cannot grow in 100% dust, so therefore we don't get no more oxygen. We cannot build anything. We cannot do nothing because everything is dust. We need all our resource to come from the earth. We don't go up in the skies and look for resource. The sea has water, so we can process that and make that into drinking water. So it's not like, well, we resourcing the rain. Well, like I said, we can process the salt water in the sea and we can drink that. So the earth is life and the earth is God. And that's facts. Because if the earth turns into dust, life stops. So the breathing of the earth keeps mankind breathing as well. So the earth is life, and God gave us life from dust. So the facts remain that the earth is God and not the heavens, as one may want you to believe. Because while we don't have to associate ourselves with the heavens to survive, once we disassociate ourselves with the earth, we are dead. And that's 100% facts. That's not opinion. So what we're seeing here now, United Nations official warns of dire financial crisis due to COVID-19 in leaked documents. Okay. The United Nations is facing a dire liquidity crisis as it deals with added expenses related to the need to respond to the global health crisis of coronavirus. According to an email from Moses Albanian, the UN Under Secretary General for General Assembly and Conference Management, that email was sent to explain a memo from the Under Secretary General for Management, Katrina Pollard, and both documents were obtained by CBS News. Although the immediate impact of the move to alternate working conditions in response to the COVID-19 outbreak will lead to reduction in travel, contractual services, and general operation expenses across all budgets. We also anticipate new demands upon our operations and services as we respond to the global health crisis, Pollard wrote in her memo on April 1st. So basically, what we see happening here is that the banks are crashing. And once the banks crash, that is it. The world has to be reset. And once the reset then takes place, then that's when you're gonna hear, well, it's a new process now. We're not really dealing with this cash liquidity anymore. We're dealing with an electronic system now because the cash is just too much expense and it's too much involved in it. So we need this new system to roll out, and as the world restarts from the reset, then this is the rules and the regulations and the requirement, and all has to comply with this rollout in order for their economy to restart. So if you don't comply with the new rollout, then you cannot start your economy back. So that's where we're at right now.